Good morning, fellow travelers. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Lily.
And we are in Toronto, Canada.
Today, Flight Centre has challenged us to see what we can do with a budget of $100 per person. So we're gonna wander the streets together, we're gonna check out some fun neighborhoods, and hopefully find some budget-friendly activities along the way. Let's go. So we popped over to a restaurant called Avenue Open Kitchen and Deli to start our day off with breakfast this morning.
In the earliest 20th century, Toronto was nicknamed Hogtown because of its pork processing power, and something that became super famous here was pea-mail bacon. So we have some in our sandwiches here this morning to pay homage to that, so excited to dig in.
Let's dig in.
So we just finished eating our breakfast sandwiches. The price on the menu doesn't include tip and tax. So tax here is 13%, and then when you tip in Toronto, you tip between 15 and 20% generally. We've tipped 18%, so that led us to a total of $14.60 each.
So that's where we're sitting with our current budget. So we've made it to Graffiti Alley, which is a 3-block, 1-kilometer alleyway in Toronto's fashion district that's known for housing incredible street art. Obviously, it makes for an incredible backdrop for photos, but it's also been home to street festivals and has had music videos shot at it as well. Best part, it's free to wander. Welcome to Kensington Market. This bohemian neighborhood in Toronto is again known for its street art, but it is also a wonderful destination for foodies. They have some really great fusion restaurants. In particular, we recommend Rasta Pasta, which is a Jamaican-Italian blend, and the fusion restaurant behind us, which is actually a Japanese-inspired cafe. It's called Film Cafe. We're not that hungry yet in the day, so we actually just opted for smoothies to keep us going for now. This came to $9.60, so we'll take that out of the budget. And other things that we recommend to do in the area are check out all of the amazing vintage shops. The thrifting is really great. Cocktail Emporium. You can also go to Fika Cafe for a great cup of coffee, as well as the Dirty Bird Cafe for chicken and waffles. After wandering and browsing Kensington Market, we decided to utilize Toronto's public transit system, also known as the TTC, which consists of a network of subways, light rail vehicles, streetcars, and buses. It's a fairly affordable way to get around the city. While you can purchase day passes, we only paid for the one-way trip on the streetcar, which cost us $3.25. We rode the streetcar from just outside of Kensington Market to Toronto's waterfront. If you don't have a local travel card, you can just tap your credit card to pay, so it's also very convenient.
So we just made our way down to the waterfront in Toronto. It's a pretty iconic place to come take a stroll, take in the sights, and yeah, we found this cool spot, so fun hanging out here.
And it's free. And when you're walking along the waterfront, if your budget permits, a great place to stop along the water is the Amsterdam Brew House right behind me. Lovely spot for a pint on the water. Our budget doesn't really permit at this point because we've got a few more things we'd like to do today, but another great recommendation if you've got the time and money.
So now that we've taken a walk down the boardwalk at the Harbourfront here, we're gonna jump on a ferry and go over there to the Toronto Island.
At this point in the day, we're getting pretty hungry, so en route to the ferry terminal, we decided to stop off for a BeaverTail.
This is a Canadian classic treat. It's basically just fried dough with toppings, but it is delicious.
So we're going to share this BeaverTail. The cost came to $8.07, so broken down between two people, it's just over $4 a person. Tickets to Toronto Island can be purchased online in advance or at the ticket counter. The ferry leaves regularly year-round with schedules available online. There are 3 main areas that you can take the ferry to, but today we're going to Center Island. A round-trip ticket costs $9.11. Welcome to Toronto Island. There are so many cool and fun ways to take advantage of this space, which is such an escape from the city of Toronto. When you come here, if your budget is permitting, there are great ways to take advantage of the time, like going to Centerville. If you have small children, it's a little amusement park here on the island. You can also rent things like bicycles, stand-up paddle boards, kayaks for starting at $10 an hour. And there's also a ton of free ways to enjoy the space as well. There's lots of green spaces, which are great for playing a sport or packing a picnic. There's beaches to enjoy, and not to mention the amazing views of the skyline of Toronto with the CN Tower. And the island even has its very own disc golf course,
which we are prepared for with our $1.98 Frisbee.
Since our budget is, as we know, limited today, we've decided to take advantage of the free disc golf course. So at this point, we have spent about $46.61 per person of our budget. We're currently on the ferry back to the mainland of Toronto, where we're, I think, going to find somewhere to get this guy a beer. Not me, because I'm pregnant. But and then after that, we're going to find somewhere to have some dinner, and maybe there's enough in the budget to squeeze out one fun activity for the evening. That's the goal.
We stopped by for a drink at the craft beer market. It's actually Ontario's largest selection of draft beers on tap. There's over 160 to choose from, so.
And they even had non-alcoholic selections, so I can actually have a drink.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Something we really like about coming to the craft beer market is they have seating both inside and outside, and there's lots of it. There are heaters outside, so you can come out here even when it's a cool day. They also have activities such as bocce ball and cornhole, so you can never get bored here.
So unfortunately, we did miss happy hour, which is usually from 2 till 5 each day. At that point, had we got a pint of beer, it would have been tax and tip included, $9.30. Instead, we had to pay full price, which took us to $12. So we'll remove that from the budget. We're now looking to do something a little bit cheaper for dinner as an option so that we have time and budget to do something a little fun to cap off our evening.
And I know just a spot.
One of the greatest things about Toronto when it comes to food is that because it's such a diverse city, you can get incredible food from all around the world at a completely wide variety of prices. You'll always be able to find something that fits within your budget. So because we were looking to save a bit of money tonight, we decided to come for €1. We're so excited to eat these. They look incredible and they only cost $13.35.
So we are at our final destination, which is Party Putt, combining mini putt and drinks in the middle of the city.
So let's go have some fun and wrap up our day.
Let's do it.
Thank you guys so much for spending the day with us. We hope that you feel inspired to do some things around Toronto while on a budget. We had a great time hanging out with you, and until next time, I'm Lily.
And I'm Jordan.
Bye.
Bye.